Morning Sports Creek, I'm Kaylee.
I'm Mitchell Smith, and this is ITC News.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, I'm White.
Seniors need to turn in their mock election ballots into the English teacher no later than April 30th.
Keep in mind, guys, that time is running out to buy your yearbook. Personalization closes May 18th. You can order one online or save $5 and order one by April 30th from a yearbook staff member. You can get an order form in the office, see Mrs. Karagoshian or a yearbook staff member, and you cannot order after May 25th.
Here's Kyle with today's lunch.
Today's lunch is chicken, potato, basket, burger, bun dip, pepperoni pizza, pasta bar, dairy sandwich, salad bar, fish, bar, shrimp, milk, batch, wheat, milk.
April is Child Abuse Awareness Month. The leadership class is doing something special to bring attention to this very serious issue.
As you may notice, there was a lot of blue things amongst the school. We have blue pinwheels out front. We have blue signs with different statistics about Child Abuse Awareness Month. All of our posters that we had made with all the statistics, as well as a larger wallpaper poster, is hanging right by Miss Werber's room. Every 1 in 10 children are either neglected, abused, or mistreated.
If you or anyone you know is being abused, call 1-800-422-4453.
There is a sophomore class meeting today in the Media Center at 5:30. Any and all sophomore students and parents are welcome to attend.
Happy birthday to Nathaniel Areza, Macy Berg, Jolie Billings, Macy Clements, Andrew DeYoung, Hunter Hall, Jillian Kubik, Stephen Magnum, and last but not least, Madison Whetstone. ITC hopes you have a very special birthday.
The last day to buy prom tickets is April 28th. It's a Tuesday.
If you are a sophomore or junior interested in joining Peers Who Care, you can stop by Mrs. Culver's office for an application. Applications are due Friday, May 1st, and current Peers Who Care members need to reapply for next year.
Or if any of you are interested in being a mentor to an elementary student next year, we have openings for a 1 hour per week mentor program for first semester of next school year. Stop by Miss Culver's office for an application. Applications are due Friday, May 15th.
Guess what time it is, Mitchell?
It's story time with Mr. Fuller.
Well, I got a few, but one that sticks out in my mind is one when I was 12 years old, and my youngest brother was 9. And my mom and dad had to go to a livestock show. My dad was a farmer. And my grandma and grandpa came and stayed with us and got myself and my little brother off to school, was what was supposed to happen. And so it was 33 miles to our school. We had a really long bus ride. And my youngest brother and I don't know what exactly happened, but we missed the bus. And of course, the bus, when it go by our farm, would just let off the gas and slow down to about 20. And if you weren't out there, just hit the gas and go. So I had to tell my grandpa. Now, as a disclaimer, my grandma and grandpa were right from Ireland. So they were not quite acclimated to how things worked in the United States completely, even though they'd lived here for 70 years. So I asked my grandpa, I said, Gramps, I said, you're going to have to give us a ride to school. Jerry and I missed the bus. He goes, laddie. He said, here, drive yourselves to school. It's like, really? I said, yeah, go ahead. And my grandmother looked over at my grandpa, and she goes, Harry, they can't. And he goes, woman. And that was the end of the conversation. So my little brother, my 9-year-old brother, and my 12-year-old self got into my grandpa's 1971 Chevy Impala that had a hood from here to St. Louis. We got inside the car and got the seat up to where we could drive, fired up, and away we went, 33 miles to Johannesburg, Lewiston. And so we got there, and everything was hunky-dory. And the school I went to, it was a K through 12 building, so we had all the way up through high school in there. So we drove back home that day, and that night I told my little brother, we shared a room together, I said, Jerry, we're missing that bus tomorrow. I said, this was a lot of fun. So next morning, boom, we missed the bus. Lo and behold, we drive to school again. And I was telling my buddies and stuff about that, so I started picking up my buddies and taking them home and stuff, and nobody seemed to really notice. until the third day. We drive to school, and there was a closed parking spot. So I wheeled the car in there. Well, it happened to be the principal's spot. And later that day, hear this knocking on the door. In walked Principal Hayden. He goes, Jimmy Fuller, I need to see you. And long story short, got in trouble, and the principal drove my grandpa's car back to our farm. Well, the secretary followed us in his car, and kind of got reprimanded a little bit. And after they had left, my grandpa sat my youngest brother and I down and said, now you boys, whatever happens, laddies, don't ever tell your parents about what happened. And so when my grandpa passed away, which was a couple years later, the principal happened to come out and pay his respects. And it wasn't until then that my parents found out that my brother and I drove his car back and forth to school. So there's my story.
Seniors, do you need money for college? There are many scholarships available, but many application deadlines are quickly approaching. Ask your counselor for information and look in your English 12 class for the scholarship poster highlighting some of the memorial scholarships being offered.
Seniors need to turn in their mock election ballots into their English teacher no later than April 30th.
Please send your Transformation Tuesday pictures to Hannah Jaworski, Hunter Johnson, or Michael Willis's Twitter accounts, at Hannah Jaworski, at Hunter MJ07, and at QB Russia.
Next week, leadership class will be collecting new or gently used stuffed animals in Miss Cummings' room at any time before, during, or after lunch. At the end of the week, a few of our students will be taking the stuffed animals to Hurley Hospital for the children there.
It is their goal to collect up to 300 stuffed animals, but if everyone brings in a stuffed animal, it will be over 1,000 toys. Make your goal to help these hospitalized children and bring in a stuffed animal.
Starting next Monday, during all lunches, there will be a milk container in the lunchroom for every first hour class. Your job is to fill the milk jugs for your first hour with money. The milk containers can be filled with any type of money, coins, paper, dollars, gold bars, if you have those. Whatever you can do to fill your container and raise money. The first class to completely fill their milk jug will be the winner of the challenge. The catch is, whichever first hour class fills their container first gets 10% of all the money. And the second class to fill their container receives 5% of all the money. The rest of the proceeds go to Swartz Creek Community Food Basket. Everyone starts saving.
I'm here for the Empty Bowls and contest will begin Monday, April 27th, and will last until containers are full. It's between all first hour classes during the cafeteria for A, B, and C lunches. Each first hour will get a milk container. The first class to fill their container wins. The first class that fills their container will get 10% of all money collected to go towards anything they want, but not academic stuff. And the second place will receive 5% of all money collected, and it will go, and you can buy anything they want, not academic.
I'm Kaylee, and this is Mitchell.
And for everyone else in the ITC room, have a tantalizing Thursday, Swartz Creek.